Welcome to Something Extra, a show that was created for you to learn more about people with Down syndrome in your community. I am your host, Maria Sivertson. On today's show, I have Rick Miller, the owner of Special Needs Living magazine, and Gabe Spiegel from Fox 8 with his son Eli. I am here with Rick Miller, owner of Special Needs Living magazine. Hi, Rick.
Hey, good morning. It's great to see you.
Can you tell the viewers about the magazine and how did it get started?
Man, Special Needs Living magazine, it has been such a fun ride. You know, we launched about a year ago. June of 22 is our first issue. And
this is the first issue right here?
That's the first issue you're holding. My nephew Grady on the cover. It was neat to honor my family with the first cover, but every other cover has been, you know, individuals, and we've had one cover with a mom and her son on the cover, but every other cover has been an individual from the local special needs community, and it's been just amazing to tell stories and celebrate people. So it got started as just a way to tell the story of individuals, bring inspiration to the community. We really wanted to celebrate people in a way they've never been celebrated before. So it started with an idea from a friend of mine in Indianapolis, where she launched her Special Needs Living magazine back in November of 2020. And now we're here in the Akron, Canton area with ours, and it's been a great run.
I know, I love the magazine. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Tell me, how has your involvement with the magazine impacted you?
You know, many a day I walk in and out of a meeting. I'll go meet with business owners, I'll go meet with families, individuals with special needs, and you know, I walk out of so many meetings with just a renewed sense of humanity. You know, there are so many incredible people doing things for others that are just unknown. You know, we don't know what happens in a community that we're not part of, and so for me, you know, I feel sort of new to this community. I don't have a child with special needs myself, so as I've met people and talked to people and learned and tried to build this platform as something meaningful and valuable to people, I've gotten a chance to meet so many people that I never have known before. And it has been really a great time, and getting to know people, it's really changed me. It's really given me a really neat visibility to things I didn't know existed. So it's changed me in a good way, really. I'd like to say. I'd like to think, right?
Yeah, you're making me tear up.
It's been fun. It really has been. And I have new friends that I've never would have had otherwise. You know, I walk into coffee shops and I walk into businesses, and because I'll see an individual in one place and then I'll go somewhere and I'll see someone else, and I get hugs that I never expected. You know, I own a couple of other local magazine franchises as well, and when I go to meetings for that, I go to talk about the business side in most cases, and so there's no hugs, there's no laughter a lot of times, right? It's more of a business meeting. When I go to meetings for my Special Needs Living magazine, you know, it's different. So cool. It's so different because often I'm greeted with hugs from people I've never met before, and I get welcomed into rooms and offices and buildings, and it's really fun. I will say it's been a lot of fun.
So you're a part of our community.
I feel like I'm being welcomed into the community, and that is humbling to me. It really is. It's really cool.
So your relationships have grown. What about your subscribers?
So
how have they grown since your very first edition?
Yeah. So my goal with the first issue was to mail 500 copies of this magazine out. It is based in the Stark and Summit County areas. So it's not a very wide area of distribution. We really wanted to target it to people that would recognize individuals and families that were in the magazine on the cover. So we started in January of 22, just telling people we're going to bring Special Needs Living magazine into the market. Here's what it's going to be about. Here's an example of what we're doing in Indianapolis, my friend Jamie, and what she does there. So we were just hoping to build a list of people that wanted the magazine by the time we launched of just 500 people. It's a free magazine to those who get it in the mail, so no one had to pay or subscribe. It was just, here's a link. opt in to get the magazine, and it'll come in the mail when we launch.
That's how we met.
That is how we met, and it's really been cool. I mean, you're like a great example of how people have welcomed me into their world. And so we got to 500. We were actually a little bit above 500 when we launched, and right now our total distribution of the magazine is over 3,000 people.
Amazing.
Who get the magazine every month. So every month we grow, we add people. It's an opt-in list, and so there's a link on our website that people can literally just go and sign up, and they either get the hard copy or the online copy of it. We have links on Facebook, and we email out a link to the online version of the magazine, and that subscription list has grown like crazy, and it's been really cool.
Mm-hmm. And you can't do it without your staff.
Well, man, my team, I'm so appreciative of Mike, my content director, Mike's event. He is a guy that I've told him this, and I really meant it from the bottom of my heart. You always know you've brought the right people onto your team when you know what you're doing wouldn't be the same without them. And I've told Mike that, like, this magazine would not be what it is without Mike. The ideas Mike has brought, the way he's reeled me in at times and told me, no, Rick, that's not a good idea. We're going to do it this way. And Mike has been really cool. Our writers, our photographers, Michelle and Julian, our writers, Melissa and Sarah and Deb and Andrea. My team is fantastic. Mm-hmm. Really grateful for them.
Yeah, they do a really good job with the magazine. I mean, it's beautiful.
Thank you so much.
So where do you get your stories from? Where do you get your ideas?
So our feature articles are all nominated by somebody. That has been sort of a misnomer by some people. I get some emails and some phone calls from people saying, hey, why haven't you featured someone like this or in this situation? And I always tell people, because that person hasn't been nominated yet. Mm-hmm. We look for nominated individuals and families by others. That way, we're getting a chance to tell the story of individuals and people that have been brought to us, and we're not out picking people. Mm-hmm. That helps me to feel like we're doing a very inclusive job of featuring people. I feel like if we were picking people, then it wouldn't be as organic. This way, these stories, these individuals, these families are brought to us,
from the community,
from people in the community where we're getting those opportunities to feature people. And then, so we run 3 to 4 feature articles every single month. Mm-hmm. Then we have contributors, we have business owners and moms and dads and guardians and grandparents and other people that are writing contributor pieces as well, where they're sharing their knowledge or their expertise or their experiences. And then Mike is always really good at coming up with some really unique things to do in the magazine, unique stories, unique twists. And so every issue is a little different, but we try to follow the same pattern of that content, that it brings meaningfulness, it brings value. Resources are a very important piece of this community, and introducing resources and opportunity for families and individuals to have an opportunity to work with somebody maybe they didn't know about before. So I tell you, I love the organic side of this, because we're not out there creating this as what we want it to be. We're trying to let the community create it with us and let it be what is needed. I think that's an important piece of this. It's not really about, I had somebody ask me my thought on a topic, and I've said, my opinion on this doesn't matter. It's really how the families want to view things and what their opinions are, because I think that's the way this is supposed to go.
And you hold events for the community as well?
We do. We held a resource fair a couple of weeks ago. That was a lot of fun. A lot of businesses, a lot of people from the community came, and they found resources that were important to them. We're hosting a movie night that is just just an open invite to the community to come and enjoy a movie. We're doing some other smaller events, things in Stark County and in Summit County. Make Them Smile. There's an event in Hartville. So my goal for this is really to be a connection platform as much as a magazine. I think the magazine will always be a very important piece of this because that's where we showcase things. That's where the personal side of this becomes. But I want people to get connected through the magazine and use the magazine as a way to meet people, learn about things, get connected one to another. And so these events that we're doing, I think, are a very important piece of this from the community side of things. And it allows us to engage and ultimately find more people to feature in the magazine. So that's one of the fun parts.
And what are your future plans for the magazine?
Just to continue to grow and continue to impact and bring value to the community. You know, I have ideas for areas and, you know, maybe a second magazine or something like that. But ultimately, the goal that we have as a team is really just to continue to grow our visibility, continue to bring inspiration to the people who get the magazine. And if we can grow the distribution, that's awesome because it's just more people that get the magazine and you get to read and see the pictures and all those things. Ultimately, I believe that the goal is just to continue to bring impact to as many people as possible, grow the people that we bring value to, and find new ways maybe to engage people that we haven't gotten a chance to engage with yet.
And how else can the community support the magazine?
I always answer this question first with nominate,
Yeah.
right? Because that to me—
On your website, you can go on the website.
On the
to do that?
website,
Okay.
yeah, on the homepage at the bottom, there's a link, nominate someone for a feature article. You know, I think that's always going to be my default answer to that question because I really feel like if we're showcasing people the right way, the magazine grows naturally and organically. So
And it has.
It has, and it continues to, and it will. And that's we get a nomination or two every single week, sometimes a couple a day. You know, and so people are out there. But that's the way we're going to grow this, and the community support is huge. You know, the other thing that I would talk about too is these contributor articles are a very big piece of the magazine too, because I believe that the resource angle of this and introducing resources and information, educational information, is important. So another way the community can really come into this is if we have ideas for topics of educational pieces, or I was just with Lisa Paramore at the Stark DD board last week, and we were talking about the importance of job coaches, the importance of job opportunities, and maybe showcasing businesses and companies that are employing folks from the disability community and the opportunity that exists for that. So topics like that we can maybe dig into and bring more light to, those are always welcome as well through that nomination link, really, because it doesn't necessarily have to be a person that we nominate. And obviously too, you know, this magazine is fully supported through sponsorship and advertising. So as you look through the magazine, you see the local businesses and you see the people that are supporting it that way. And we keep the magazine free to the community by the advertising. So a business owner who maybe has a product or a service that brings value to the local disability special needs community, those businesses I would love to share the magazine with, because it's really became a great avenue to meet and introduce ourselves to people. So really nominate people. That's first and foremost. You know, resources, contributor articles, the sponsorship and advertising side of the magazine, love to introduce. And there's also on the website, there's a link on the one of the pages there about inquiring about the advertising program as well.
Okay. Well, good. I hope you grab some people.
Yeah, no, I'd love to share the magazine with as many people as possible. Obviously, that's what this is all about.
Well, thank you for being here with me today,
I
Rick.
appreciate
I'm
the
so
invite, Maria.
very impressed by your magazine.
Thank you so
love
much.
it.
I appreciate
Love
you.
It, love it.
Thank you.
We will be right back with Gabe, Eli, and Eve. Welcome back. I am here with Gabe Spiegel, Fox 8 News anchor, his son Eli, and my daughter Eve.
Hey.
I'm so glad to have you guys on the show. So
Glad to be
Gabe,
here.
we're going to start with you. Let's go back to the beginning when Eli was born and you first received his diagnosis.
Yeah. Eli, how old are you? How old are you?
18.
18, born 2004. I got involved in Central Ohio. I was working for a couple of TV stations at the time, and I was familiar with the Down syndrome community, and it was kind of funny because I got to MC the Buddy Walk in 2003. Eli was born in 2004. It was almost serendipitous. It was meant to be. But I was very familiar with the Down syndrome community. But when he was born, we didn't know because we didn't do the amniocentesis at the time. And the doctors had said the risks were greater than the odds of having a child with the differences. And so we didn't do the amniocentesis. So during labor, Eli was born, and the doctor on call, who was not a good doctor, not a nice person, didn't handle the situation right, takes Eli and gives him to the nurse, and he goes, "Downs?" and runs him down the hall. And I chased the nurse down the hall, and I said, "Downs as in Down syndrome?" And she said, "Well, yeah, it's not really my place to tell you this, sir, but there were some signs that were indicative. The lower ears, the dominant one line across the hand." And I remember turning around in the hallway and walking back to my wife, and I told her, and it was like a walk where I was confused.
Oh, wait, you told your wife.
I told her, yeah.
Okay.
Well, she had
At the
heard,
time.
but I kind of confirmed it because we're going to run some tests to confirm it. But the nurse, she gave me that look like, yeah, it is. Okay. So then I went and I told her, and it was one of those dazed and confused kind of moments, like, we didn't know, but we were okay. And I said at that moment, I said, I'm going to raise this boy just like I would any other typical child. And the rest is history.
Yeah. So once you received the diagnosis, how did you move forward?
Well, I think we got some paperwork handed to us at the hospital that day, and it said, let's try to get involved in DSACO, the Down Syndrome Association of Central Ohio. And we reached out, we started making some friends, and the more friends we made, the more comfortable we felt, because information is power. The more information you have, the more powerful you become.
Yes.
And so, but not only that, but we had a sense of community, like, we're not alone.
Right.
We've got a whole bunch of cool families out there and people out there who we got to know very closely and help us through the journey.
So tell us about Eli.
Well, Eli, let's see, what can I say about Eli? Eli's a jokester. He likes cracking jokes, right?
Yep.
So we'll give you, why does the pirate love his hat so much, Eli?
On sale.
Because he got it on sale. That's right. So Eli and I, we like to play games together. We get involved. He's a wonderful ambassador for the Down syndrome community because when Eli walks into a room, he's like a Christmas tree. He helps
Lights up the
light
room.
up the room, and he doesn't know his superpowers. And I've told you this before, but I believe every child with special needs has a superpower. It could be on the spectrum. It can be some of those conditions that we're not really familiar with. But every child with special needs has a superpower. It's up to us to unlock those. And Eli has this uncanny gift of making people smile and laugh. And he said to me today, he admitted, he goes, "I enjoy getting hugs more than giving them."
Aww.
You like when people give you hugs, Eli?
Yes.
Do you like giving hugs?
I love hugs.
I love hugs.
Yep.
And you are both, you and Eve are what, seniors this year?
Yep, we're all seniors.
Did anything exciting happen recently?
Yes.
What?
But we're let's stop.
Graduation?
Graduation. And I forgot something.
What did you guys do? Eli, you just graduated, right?
He did.
Yes. And what else did you guys do together?
Oh yeah, prom.
You went to
Prom.
prom.
That was awesome.
And what else? What'd you guys do at prom?
We're dancing. It's dinner, dancing. That's been fun.
Nice. Did you do slow dancing and fast dancing, Eve?
Yep.
Which do you like better, slow dancing or fast dancing?
Both.
Both. What do you like better, Eli? Slow dancing or fast dancing?
Fast.
Oh, fast.
Yep.
What kind of music do you like to hear at the dances?
Like Bowworkers.
Which one?
Bowworkers.
I don't even know that group.
Do you know that group, Eve?
What group is he talking? Fireworks?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, fireworks
Oh,
with Katy Perry.
Perry. Oh, yeah, they
Oh,
love
yeah.
that one.
Fireworks.
I
Just
can-
We always have to jam that in the car.
Yes.
So, what else do you guys do together? Buddy walk?
Yep.
You guys have a buddy walk team?
I think we do.
And that's how you got involved with Desanio?
Yes. I forget how we got connected right as soon as we moved to Cleveland, and that was in 2012.
But you're our buddy walk MC now.
Yeah, which I
Since
love.
2000.
That's our Super Bowl. That's our Super Bowl every August. That's our Super Bowl. We look forward to hanging out with 3, 4, 5,000 people, walking and just sharing stories and having fun and raising lots of money in the process, because a lot of people don't realize how important Desanio is to families like ours, with community and information from as simple as potty training and sex ed to learning how to create wills and trusts. Desanio is a savior for us. We don't know where we'd be without that helpful community and information sharing.
So, knowing all the stigmas about Down syndrome, what has surprised you the most about Eli?
Surprised me the most about Eli, maybe no filter. He never has a filter, which is great. It's hilarious, and he's raw. But I never realized, again, how he makes people feel when he's around. And when I bring him into work, everyone just lights up and they want to be around him. Whereas, many years ago, that wasn't the case for people with Down syndrome.
Right.
It was like they were institutionalized. And it's like, to think about that when you have heaven's little angels here on earth, and you just spend some time with them for 5 minutes, you get to know them, you get to love them, and they know you and love you for the rest of their life. And it's like, again, that's a superpower.
And what are your hopes and dreams for Eli's future?
I want Eli to find value in doing something that he loves. We're going over the process of learning how to make money, to save money, and to spend money. So this summer we're going to try to get our first job. And so what are we going to do with all that money that we're going to make this summer, Eli? What do you want to do with all that money?
Help your people.
Help people. You want to help people.
Dude.
That's brilliant. Yes, you do. Well, he told me earlier, he told me how he wants to help people. How do you want to help people?
Eat for a snack.
You want to buy them some snacks.
Oh.
That's right.
Well, there's always people that will want
Yes,
snacks.
always.
Yeah.
But it's like I want Eli to, because he's a very good worker and he's very good at, we're working on he makes beds in the house. Every morning he goes around, he makes all the beds. But it's like he starts to light up more when he feels purpose, when he's taking out the trash. We're very good about taking out the trash. We're working on the dishes in the dishwasher. But life functional things we're really working on, like right now. Like right now, he would have trouble tying his shoes, but he's really good at folding towels. I mean, like better than I can. And it's like things like that. You have to really dig in and find, what your child is really good at, and then hopefully we can marry them all together. Then you can. What are you going to buy Dad for Dad's birthday with all that money you're going to make, Eli? You going to buy me a gift?
Yep.
What are you going to buy me?
A card.
A card.
A card?
He loves cards. I like when you draw cards. The last card you made me, what did you draw on the card? You had all these flowers. You drew flowers. I thought that was very sweet.
Yep.
Did that make you happy, giving that card to me?
Yep.
Yes. Love it. But I want him to find value in doing something that he really wants to do. And we're learning now how many businesses in Ohio really do offer a lot of different services, but having that community, learning and talking to one another, that's how we find out.
Eli, are you excited about getting your first job?
Yep.
What about you, Eve?
Hell yeah.
Heck yeah. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, Evie. Okay, so let's talk about Eli. Let me ask you a couple questions. Do you have any brothers or sisters?
Yeah. Like Christmas man, Claudia.
My sister's name's Claudia, and she's
Older
how
or
old do you know
younger?
how old she is? She's younger than you, but how old is she? 16.
Disney.
16, yeah.
Yep.
And what do you like doing with your family, Eli?
Have me, mom, and a dad. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You guys hang out a lot.
Yep, a lot. Yep.
I know what you like to do. You like playing any sports, or you want to tell us what kind of sports, or what do you like watching on TV? What you like doing?
Yep.
What do you like to
I
do in
know.
the summer?
I to watch America.
Likes to watch Captain America.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I to play hoops.
Like to play
Hoops.
hoops. Yeah,
I
lots
knew
of
you were going to
hoops.
say that.
Yes.
And yellow grapes
And
too.
video games. We like
Awesome.
video games. And we're getting really into the Oculus games that keep him very active. So he'll be sweating from head to toe. What's the game that you always like to play on the
Oculus.
Oculus?
Fight game.
The fight.
Oh,
It's
the
the thrill of the
boxing
fight.
game.
He'll box.
That's
and
fun.
It's a
Does it
game
mean-
changer, because a lot of times,
These are two.
yeah, but a lot of times I've learned after the age of 10, with the lower muscle tone, it's hard to keep them active and keep the weight off. So it's a challenge to a lot of those parents. And the Oculus is a game changer because head to toe, after 20 minutes of
Head to
boxing,
toe.
he's got a great workout in.
Yep.
Right?
And that's a
Right.
good workout right there.
So we have the Buddy Walk coming up on August 5th. Do you guys want to tell everybody what your team name is? What's your team name?
I can't say it. It's
You
too
can
much.
say it.
It's too much.
Oh, Eli,
I know.
you guys don't know your team name?
Hmm.
Be
No. Believe in us.
Believe in Us.
Believe in us.
I mean, I'm about captains.
And you guys are both the team captains.
Mm-hmm. How long have you guys been boyfriend, girlfriend, Eve?
Well, they first met at Buddy Walk.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm at home.
2019.
Yep.
Well, I'm so glad you guys came today. You got a last minute dad's joke for us, Gabe?
Oh, I don't know if we can.
Come on.
Let's see. I don't know if we have any new. Hey, Eli, what do you get if you when you cross an elephant and a rhino?
Rhino.
Albino. Oops. I don't know if we're supposed to say that word. Eve
Well,
taught
you
us.
said- yeah.
Eve's taught us that word a couple of times.
Oh, no.
I don't
pretty,
get
pretty fun. You don't get it?
it. No.
That's good. You shouldn't. You shouldn't get that one 'cause it's
No.
more original. What's a basketball player's favorite restaurant, Eli?
Gagging Donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts. Hoops. Yes.
See, I'm laughing at all of them.
Those are good
No.
jokes, Eli.
Yep.
Do you like telling jokes?
Yep.
When people laugh at your jokes, how does that make you feel?
Happy.
Happy.
Well, thank you for coming today, Eli and
Welcome.
Eve.
I don't get those jokes.
You don't get the jokes?
No.
It's okay. They don't either. It's one of those
Ew.
things.
But I got good
You're a
one.
goofball.
You got a good one?
Yes.
Let's hear it.
Hang on. Oh, I got a good one.
Okay.
Why did Dad put the milk in the cereal?
Why?
Because it was clumsy.
Because of what?
It was clumsy.
Why did Dad put milk in his cereal?
Yeah.
Because he was clumsy?
Yep.
That's an original. I love originals.
It doesn't put his water because that's what I got. So, drop the mic.
Drop the mic, she said.
I'll
with
drop the
that-
cup.
And with that, we'll end the show. We will see you at the Buddy Walk.
Period.